Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. You saw her last week. You're seeing her this week. I want to welcome back Angela McGuirk from the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce, but I also want to tell you something. She's the branch manager of the Navy Federal Credit Union on, I can say it. I can't spell it, but I can say it. It's Gunjewump Road in Groton, Connecticut. She also serves as the treasurer for the executive board for the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. How'd I do, Angela?
You did really well.
Thank you
for having me back.
I think it's wonderful. Thank you. She was back. Yeah. You saw her last week. And, of course, Kristin's been all week at the Big E. We do miss you, Kristin, but I'm going to tell you something.
I'm taking this chair over.
When we open up the camera, it's the shoes. Well, oh, there it is. She has dynamite shoes. I tell you what, she's going to be known for that. But welcome back, Angela.
Thank you,
So
Suzette.
great to see you again. So we have a lot going on.
We do. I'm really excited. Tomorrow is the Go Local launch. We've been working really hard to get this.
I'm excited because I signed up.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's good to know. So if you're already signed up, or if you're not sure, tomorrow is a great time to go get the rest of your supplies if you haven't gotten them already at the Go Local launch. It's tomorrow, October 2nd at 5:30 p.m. at the Whalers Inn. And it's great.
Where I'm going to be.
That's where I'm going to be as well.
Yeah.
You too, Lorraine?
I'm going to be there.
All right. So everybody's going to be there. And it's great for businesses and customers as well. So the businesses come get your supplies. The customers come. You have an opportunity to win prizes. So you can win $25, $50, $100 Go Local cards that you could use at local businesses here in Mystic and the Greater Groton area. And you will also, if you're doing your holiday shopping that day, which, I mean, it's basically December already, right?
Right.
We're already thinking about
in the
Christmas.
jewelry industry, we call it fourth quarter. That actually starts October 1st.
Right. So you can get your Christmas shopping knocked out already, and you can get some Go Local cards. We'll give you a $5 discount and waive the activation fee. So if that's not exciting enough for you, hold your horses.
Yeah.
This Saturday is the Groton Fall Festival.
Did this come up already? Because I thought we were talking about, we said the Groton Fall Festival wasn't going to be for months now, and all of a sudden we're here.
It's October.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Here we are.
This year we're really excited. We've got a really great lineup, and I have to go to my list because it's such a great list.
I think it's great.
I know it said I wasn't going to read, but just a preview of some of the things you can expect from the over 100 local vendors in the Groton area. There's food trucks, there's Kiefer's Kettle Corn, there's some meatballs on the stick, Bridge Market.
Meatballs on the stick.
Meatballs on a stick. Who doesn't love meat on a stick?
Love it.
Uncle D's Blazing Barbecue. No Raw Cupcakes, I think that's the way you said it. Mm-hmm. We've got some great demonstrations and performances from Gabriel's Karate, Groton Parks and Rec Karate Program, Denison Pequot Nature Center, the Bird Exhibit, the Musician Anime, Amped Guard, the Silver Dolphins, and some great contests. We've got a scarecrow contest, a pie eating contest, a donut eating contest, which you will find me at least one of those.
Okay, so the donut eating contest, can I just ask a question? I mean, I did ask this question with the chairs a couple of weeks ago. So, it's kind of like on a string, and how does that go? Do you know?
I don't know.
All
now
right,
I'm intrigued. Now I'm definitely going to
be I just want to make sure that I can win. You know, I don't want to be there like, I have to win that donut. I'm hoping that they'd feel sorry for me, just take it down and just give it to me, Angela.
Well,
so
I
if
think
you're going to sign up
get a
for
donut.
It, you let me know. I'm going to check with you the next time you come on and see how you do.
All right, but it's a great time to be living in the Greater Mystic area. There's a lot going on. So
yeah, and the Groton Fall Fest has gone on a long time. It's one of the great events. It is a one-day event, rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
And there's going to be parking, and I believe the shuttle that will take it back and forth.
The shuttle,
as well.
And the Scarecrow Contest. I have to just put a plug too, because we are participating in the Scarecrow Contest. But this is
oh, you see this? You see
this is a real. So we started this last year.
Yeah.
The committee started this last year with the Fall Festival. We did a scarecrow contest, and I think we rolled it out too late for a lot of the vendors to participate.
Right.
So I think this year we've got more participation. So make sure you are going to find all the scarecrows at each booth and vote on your favorite. So.
Right, just a
Make
little
sure you
plug.
Stop by Navy Federals.
Navy Federal Credit Union.
Everybody.
Okay?
See everybody.
See everybody, but you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, I should go down there and see exactly how this scarecrow looks. But thank you so much
for your
participation
Absolutely.
as well. So, Angela, I don't even know how to introduce this next group. Because
do they really need an introduction?
Well, that's it. They've been on the show before. As a matter of fact, Lorraine has been helping me out for years, and just a great person in the community, and a great supporter of the Mystic Chamber of Commerce. So I'm going to say it's actually to my right, Lorraine Sanborn, and her, of course, daughter, Lori Mill. Listen, everybody knows you, right?
I think so.
I mean,
there's a few that don't.
Well, if you don't,
they will after that.
She's here, alive on stage, and is going to tell us all about the new venture that both mom and daughter are in. So, Lori, thank you so much for coming back. Lorraine, it's always a pleasure when you're on the show. So I don't know where to begin, Angela. You can do the introduction to what they're doing now.
All right. Well, so Lori. I know your mother. Today is the first time I've met you.
Oh.
So what?
It's Lori Lee, by the way. I call her Lori.
Yeah. Which is Lori Lee?
I feel like it's just Lori, but okay. If you're looking for me on social media, it's Lori Lee.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And on Instagram, it's Lori Loves Yoga.
That
Lori
too.
Loves Yoga. All right. So tell me about what you're doing here today, and how you got your mother to come as well.
Well, it kind of goes the other way around.
Oh, okay.
She said, put this on your calendar. And I actually put it on for Thursday. So she reminded me this morning, and I went and got prettied up for y'all because I wasn't ready to go.
I'm not going to go into what all this is, but it is it. And you look fantastic.
I'm ready.
Well, your mom roped you into here, but you got her
I roped my mom into this,
into
Isagenix. But my mom invited me to this.
Okay.
And I'm so glad she did. So, I want to say it's going to be 5 years in November. We decided to take this journey together, and it all started probably the summer right before that. Many of you are from the area. You're familiar with Eastern Point Beach. My shirt's a little crooked. No, it's backwards. This whole thing.
Listen, I told you guys it was going to be one of those shows.
I'm just saying. So if you're from the area, you know Eastern Point Beach, right? And so it's a beach that I grew up on as a child. My grandparents used to take me there. My mom, we always went there. And so when my kids were little, we went there. We always got our beach pass, and we spent our summers there. And one summer, my son came running up to me, and he had some crab nets in the water. And he said, "Mom, I think I have something in my net. Can we go get it?" And I remember in that moment, I was a little embarrassed because I said, "Buddy, I can't go with you because I don't have my bathing suit on." And his looked at me like, "Mom, what do you mean you don't have your bathing suit on? We've spent every summer in the water together." And he's 17 now, so he was like 12 then. It was probably my last summer that he ever wanted to swim with me. And I lost that summer because I was uncomfortable. And I don't know if there's any women out there that can relate to that, but I was really uncomfortable in a bathing suit. And I remember spending that whole summer in a sundress. I didn't put a bathing suit on. And I remember at the end of the summer just kind of drawing a line in the sand and saying, okay, that's it. I'm going to be 50. I'm 52 now, and I'm going to be 50.
That's pretty incredible, just by the way.
Thank you. And I found the fountain of youth at this point. But in that moment, I decided that there was no. I had tried everything. I teach yoga. I was a gym rat. I ate clean. I mean, I tried it all. And as you get older, those little secrets that you pull out of your back pocket, they just don't work anymore. So I was introduced to nutritional cleansing, and I was pretty much a skeptic. I won't lie. I was like, oh, okay, come on. How's this going to work, right? So I put it on Facebook because somebody had introduced me to it, but I didn't really know where to find it. It's not something you can buy in the grocery store. And so typically what we do now is on social media, if we want an answer to something, that's where we go, right? Unfortunately, that's the way we're going, right? To this evolved economy and just kind of where we're all going. And I typed on Facebook, who sells Isagenix? And I was tagged to a girl named Samantha by somebody that I had bought my cell phone from. See how things work? And she messaged me and invited me over. And I honestly just really wanted to buy some protein shake. I really didn't want to do the whole program. And lo and behold, she and I talked for about 3 hours at her kitchen counter. And I fell in love with her family, her children, and the idea behind this whole program. So
what is the program?
So it's amazing. It's this beautiful program that's designed to fuel your body with protein, and in the same time, it's designed to take all of the toxins and free radicals and things that don't belong in your body out. And like I said, I was skeptical, but I knew that I didn't want to spend another summer like that. Yeah. And then she said, you can eat chocolate. And I went, what? What? I can have chocolate? And then she said I could have my money back. And I went, okay, now you've got my attention. Where do I sign? So I signed up to do it. And she said, who do you know? You know, it's like accountability. When it's raining out like right now and it's time to go for a run, you're not going to go by yourself. But if your friend knocked on the door and said, hey, we're supposed to run at 5 o'clock, I'm out here getting wet, let's go. So she said, who can you think of, that you would hold you accountable? And I said, my mom, of course, because I wanted my mom to age gracefully also. So I called her. I think I was still in the car in the driveway. And I said, Mom, we're going to do this. And she said, okay, what are we doing? And I said, just call this girl with your credit card. So now, not in 5 minutes, but now. So we did. We signed up together. Our products came together. We did it together. We do cleanse days, which consist of a protein shake that you replace 2 of your fork and knife meals with, which was perfect for me because as a busy mom, bartender, yoga teacher, I didn't have to cook. I add water and go. It was a no-brainer. And then it came time for the cleanse day, and I thought, oh gosh, like anybody thinks of the colonic or the cleanse. Mm-hmm. And what I was happily found out, when it wasn't that kind of cleanse. Okay. And I don't know what I can say on Access TV, but it was not that kind of cleanse. It's a cellular cleanse. It speaks to regulating your cortisol. Yeah.
Too, I think of not eating. So
yeah, at all. Yeah, that's the other thing. And I gotta
eat. So is that what the cleanse is?
Yeah. So on your cleanse days, per se, you don't have any fork and knife meals.
Okay.
But you are given an aloe vera based drink that's got all your vitamins and minerals in it. You can have chocolates. Your protein is taken in on that day in little snack tabs that you can have. We can now have these little protein chips. They come in 4 different flavors. You drink a lot of water. You don't, I think there's such a misconception with cleanse and not eating because there's all those cayenne pepper and lemonade cleanses out there, and there's all those like fasting that, you just don't eat or drink anything. And that makes you uncomfortable. It makes you hangry. It makes you unhappy. But with Isagenix, your cleanse days, I know for me, they're filled with adaptogens and herbs and all kinds of things that the body needs. And sometimes the body doesn't know that it doesn't feel good until it doesn't know that it felt bad until it feels good. Does that make sense? So we're always moving day to day in this kind of foot-paced life that we live, and we don't know that there's anything different.
Right.
So when we give our body a chance to heal from the inside out on a cellular level, the magic can happen. It really can happen.
Well, there have been a lot of studies, too, about intermittent fasting, and I think that this is a great, safe way to do intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting, when you're reducing your calories for a couple of days, there have been studies that show it does regenerate cell growth. And especially if you have an easy, no-brainer way of how to make sure you're getting the right calories and the right proteins and nutrients. That's really great.
And Isagenix is, everything Isagenix does is in a system. So when you order your system, and there are several different systems out there, and what we do is we coach people for the best product and the best schedule for them. So we don't it's not just like a cookie cutter program. We work individually with everybody, and we coach people individually. But what it does is it sets you up for success because you're doing something every 2.5 to 3 hours. So it starts to kickstart that metabolism because a lot of us are meal skippers. Let's face it, if we showed a hand, who skipped breakfast this morning or who didn't get lunch because we had a meeting or we had to go somewhere with our kids or we just didn't have time, we missed our alarm clock and we're living on coffee. And by the time we go to eat something, it's
really it's now part of your life. It's
been 5 years.
It's a system that works for you. And is this also something that that you can retain? I mean, have people been on this lifelong, or is this new? Is Isagenix new, or does it have a history?
We've been around about 14 years.
Okay.
We're in about 14 countries right now, and everything is scientifically based. There's scientific studies behind this entire thing. It just isn't some hocus pocus, everything works. Like I said, it's a system. So what's nice, and I don't feel like this is, I like to say this just because I like to put the science out there. When you read a label, okay, you really want to look for a few things, especially now, like people are soy free, right? Women, gluten is like a big marker now. A lot of people going gluten free because they found that, gluten kind of messes with your gut. GMOs, that's a big thing,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
GMOs.
Isagenix is GMO free. There's no genetic modifiers in any of our products. We are low glycemic. We have dairy-free options. But the thing I love the most about it is when you think about protein and where protein is sourced from, Isagenix cows are over in New Zealand and they're in grass-fed areas. And they eat on their own schedule. They have their babies on their own schedule. They nurse on their own schedule. So they're not just there to produce this milk or this protein for us. And they're never injected with hormones or steroids. So, I mean, if you look now at the epidemic in obesity in children, and if you look now at some of the things that the hormones in our meats and milks and cheeses and things are doing to our teenagers, it's really scary.
Right.
And Isagenix is safe for kids 4 and up. My kids are fueled by it. My son's a wrestler. My daughter's in college. There's really nobody that Isagenix can't help. We have an AMP line for athletes. We call our systems, we have 4 systems. We have weight wellness, because we don't talk about just weight loss. We talk about weight wellness because there's skinny fat. There's people that are 5 feet tall, 10 feet tall, 6 feet something, and they're wide. And whatever your body image is, Isagenix can help you, because some people can't gain weight. You hear that a lot. It's like I said, male skippers. We have healthy aging, and that was the real reason that I called, my mom and said, "Listen, we have to do this together." We have products for children. We have products for athletes, performance, energy. There's really nobody that Isagenix can't help. And I love your question: has it become a lifestyle? Honestly, for me, yeah, I can't even imagine my morning without my shake. I am not a breakfast girl. I never was a breakfast girl. So for me, just to add water, a couple ice cubes, put it in a shaker bottle, and go, I have my meal.
Breakfast.
And I bartend at night. So I'm busy working, and sometimes a shift starts at 5 and ends at midnight. There were nights that I didn't have a chance to eat. Now I just make my shake, right?
And it lasts you all day.
And it lasts,
So Lorraine, now that we've heard, I would really like to hear
Are you sure?
as your daughter mentioned, the healthy aging. And when she looked over, she obviously bypassed Angela and looked over this way. Lori, I saw it. It actually was more like healthy aging, and she went to this side of the room.
That's because
so now it's our turn.
All right.
Okay?
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
So let me
Let's just put it this way. This is healthy aging.
This is the healthy aging side.
This side is going to be healthy aging. So how has this
let me just
change your life?
Let me just share a little bit about the why. So when Laurie called me that day, she said, "Mom, we're going to do Isagenix," and I said, I'm going to be 72 in a very short period of time, like 3 days or something. So
that was 5 years ago.
That was 5 years ago. So, but I thought about the fact that I'm healthy. I don't take any medication. What can I do to maintain that? But the biggest part was when I looked back at the fact that I was my husband's primary caregiver.
Yes, I remember.
And
yes,
you do.
I do remember.
So I could not have cured anything that he had health-wise. But had I had the nutrition, the protein, and all of the products that I have for myself when he was alive, his quality of life would have been better. He would have had the nutrition he needed. We would have been able to have we have what we call Ageless Essentials, which is our vitamin line. They're really neat. They come packed AM and PM. They're real easy. So there's every vitamin, every mineral you can think of in there. And then there's a proprietary product that helps with retarding of our aging process and our telomeres, the shortening of our telomeres. So I thought, you know what? This can't hurt. So for the last 5 years, again, I have a shake every morning. I cleanse. I do everything that I'm supposed to do. And I just feel absolutely amazing. I had my doctor's appointment today, my physical. My cholesterol's dropped 20 points. I'm not on any medication. My EKG was perfect, everything. And I love my doctor because he says, I have to tell people about this. And I brought him some information on a couple of products. One is an immune that's helping with our immune system. The other is our heart program that's helping reduce cholesterol. That's proven. We can't make medical claims, but on these two products we can. It's just absolutely amazing. So my focus is fabulous starts at 50. I really, I
love that focus. Quite a while ago, but,
but
I still like the focus.
but for me, Lori says we can help anybody, 4 to whatever. But I want women, the baby boomer, the woman that's retired. I want them to have a quality of life where they've got vitality and they're vibrant. And if they need support, I'm there for them. And we do our journeys together. All of us, we're one big team. I mean, the company is huge. We're in multi countries. We're in all over the U.S. Just in the support of corporate. I mean, it's just, Suzette, I've tried a lot of different things over my time. But I said, I'll never do another network marketing business again. Until she called me and said, okay, we're going to do Isagenix again. And then, of course, I said, okay, let's look at it. But
well, how do we find out about this? I mean, you're here telling us how great it is, but how do we find out about this, and how do people sign up, and who do they get in contact?
I mean, for me, I'll be honest with you, Isagenix they're not sold out on the market. You cannot buy them in the grocery store. You're not going to see Isagenix on a Super Bowl. You're not going to see us in a parade. Isagenix is really, their mission statement is, if it's not right for the consumer, it's not right for the company. And they keep all of us who choose to share, because you can be there's 87% of people who use Isagenix just choose to use
share
it at home.
Yeah.
No,
No.
just use
They
it.
use to choose it at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very small percentage that choose to share it. And the people that do choose to share it, you're not going to find us you'll find us on TV now. But the answer to your question is, we market ourselves as your friend, right? So my goal as a 52-year-old mom is to help another 52-year-old mom, or 42-year-old mom, or 32-year-old mom feel good in their own skin. So we can be found on our Facebooks, on our Instagrams. I'm happy to give anybody my phone number that wants to reach out to us.
I'm on LinkedIn.
And LinkedIn. But to be honest with you, you can Google Isagenix and it will come up. But it's going to come up in a different price category, and you're just going to find it out there in the midst. But you want to find somebody that's going to hold your hand, coach you, be your support system. Be there when, those wall-kicking moments come up. Because, when you're in a place that you really decide it's time to make a change, it's a great idea in the moment. But then, the ball starts to roll, and there might be some things that might get in the way. And, I have to go to a birthday party or Christmas or Halloween. And those things are fine, because this isn't the death march. We want people to live the lives that they typically live. And so we're there to support people on their journey. And so the answer to your question is, there are a lot of people out there sharing Isagenix. But for my mom and myself, you can find us on social media. You can find us through Mystic Chamber. I'm sure that if somebody called Mystic Chamber and they were looking for Lorraine,
Sure.
you could
Yeah,
certainly give them your
absolutely.
contact. Yeah. And our websites are at the bottom of this show. So if you're interested in learning more about nutritional cleansing, if you're interested in learning more about how we can help you, your family, if you know somebody that's looking for an answer in any of those for any of those solutions, please just reach out to us.
So I do have a question, and I don't know which one can answer this, within the sort of the 5-minute time that we have. So when you do take care of your body nutritionally, and even along with exercising and doing this type of thing, what does it do for your mental state?
Oh my
because
God.
this is this whole, this to this,
Mind, body, soul.
Let me answer that, because I think it's really important. For me, I have, at 76, I'm going to be 77, I have so much energy. I am out and about. You guys know that.
I was
People
just going to
see me
say,
everywhere.
Lorraine, you're everywhere.
I'm everywhere. But mental clarity,
This is what I want.
Yeah.
the mental clarity is strong for me because I still go to LinkedIn every day and find people. I'm out at chamber events. I'm out here, there, and everywhere. My brain is clear. We have a product for that, actually. It's called Brain Boost, and I take that every day. We just introduced our essential oils, and
Yes, I can smell that here.
This is Content. This is an oil that's what do you call it? A blend of oils.
And oils are the only thing that actually break that brain barrier. Right. That you can have a medication or whatever, but there's that brain that oils are the only thing that can go into your brain and break that brain barrier. And Isagenix has amazing.
So it's this whole
It's
body,
everything.
soul,
Yeah.
mental. Because as I was listening to you, Lori, and I'm thinking, this is an enhancement to your lifestyle and part of your lifestyle. But we have to remember that the brain is also your mental psyche, stability. I mean, we always talk about it.
And I can add to that too. Isagenix has a program called Healthy Mind and Body. So if anybody out there knows who Tony Robbins is, Rod Harrison was one of Tony Robbins' main guys, right? And he ventured off into his own coaching, and Isagenix wanted the best for their associates. And so they brought him on, and he created this program called Healthy Mind and Body because, like I said earlier, it's a good idea to change your lifestyle, but sometimes there's bumps in the road, and it's not always this that gets in the way, it's this. And so when we're clear here, then we have more capacity to be clear here.
Right.
And I have to tell you, for me, it gives me a little more self-confidence. It helps me sit with my shoulders back. It helps me be a better person on the outside because I feel better on the inside. So sometimes our body is just kind of a shell moving through life. What's going on the inside sometimes is turmoil, and you want to calm that all down.
So just a couple minutes left, Lorraine. And you are in that age group, in the baby boomers age group. So one of the things I want to ask you is, if anybody's skeptical on this type of thing, is there a lot of people in your generation doing this? And are they doing this? I guess my question is it too late?
Never.
Okay.
No.
Let me tell you,
Because it's,
the highest,
as you get older, sometimes you say, oh, well, you know what, I'm past that point. It's kind of like the wrinkles. Forget it.
No, let me tell you,
Botox won't help.
Jimmy Smith started with Isagenix when he was 74 years old. He is now 90, just turned 90.
Wow.
He is the highest income earner in the company. He's got 26 members of his family that are associates. His grandchildren, and there are tons of them, are never going to have to worry about college. They're never going to have to worry about anything. And he's still up there on stage, and he comes out, he's like this every time. And I've got pictures every year since I've been with Isagenix of me and Jimmy Smith. He is my idol.
Okay.
And
All
if he can do
So-
it, and I can do it,
For the baby boomers, it's never too late. We're going to wrap it up here just a little bit, but that was my key question: is if it's never too late.
Never too late.
Never too late.
And for you, Lori, I do have this main question that never got answered. Did you wear your bathing suit the following year?
I got to tell you, I am so glad you asked me that question. I have been
that is
rocking a bikini
I don't know. She opened up the show as to the why, and now I have to end it as to the congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're rolling into the end of the show. I just want to say a big thank you to Lori Lee and to Lorraine Sanborn, who are great friends. And
Thank you.
Go Rock Isagenix, and of course to my co-hosts, wonderful
you,
co-hosts these
Suzette.
last 2 weeks. I've enjoyed her company. So we are the Greater Mystic Chambers of Commerce, but we also are Mystic Matters. We love you. Good evening. We'll see you next week.